Today, the wrestling world has lost a true legend, Hulk Hogan. An immortal icon of the ring and a hero to generations, has passed away at the age of 71. In this video, you'll learn the details of his death, revisit the most unforgettable moments of his career, and understand why he'll be remembered forever. Stick around until the end. This tribute is for you, HULKAMANIA on July 24, 2025. The wrestling world lost its most iconic champion, Hulk Hogan, born TERRY GENE BOLLEA, passed away at age 71 in Clearwater, Florida, reportedly from cardiac arrest. But his story isn't one of innings. It's a tale of how one man became larger than life itself. The year was 1953, August 11th. A baby boy was born in Augusta, Georgia, to Ruth V. Moody and Peter Bollea, a construction foreman. Carrying the bloodline of his Italian grandfather through the Bollea name, nobody could have predicted that this child would grow to become the most recognizable face in sports entertainment history. Young Terry grew up in a working-class family, where his father's construction background instilled in him the values of hard work and determination that would later define his career. The boy who would become the Hulkster was already showing signs of the larger-than-life personality that would captivate millions. Standing at an imposing 6 feet 7 inches and weighing 300 pounds in his prime, Terry Bollea was destined for greatness. But greatness doesn't come easy, and his journey to becoming the Hulkster was paved with determination, charisma, and an unbreakable will to succeed. In 1977, a young Terry Bollea stepped into his first wrestling ring. It was here that he adopted the surname Hogan, a name that would echo through arenas worldwide for decades to come. Those early days were tough, grinding through small venues and building his craft one match at a time. But everything changed. In December 1983, the World Wrestling Federation came calling, and Hulk Hogan answered. What happened next would transform not just his life, but the entire landscape of professional wrestling. Hogan didn't just wrestle, he embodied the American dream, with his 24-inch pythons, his signature handlebar mustache, and that unmistakable voice telling everyone to train hard, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins. He became more than an athlete. He became a superhero in yellow and red. The 1980s. Wrestling boom wasn't just happening. Hulk Hogan was single-handedly creating it. He was the protagonist in 8 of the era's most significant matches, turning what was once considered a niche spectacle into mainstream entertainment. March 31st, 1985, Madison Square Garden, the first Wrestlemania. Nearly 1 million viewers watched on closed-circuit television as Hogan helped launch what would become the greatest spectacle in sports entertainment. This wasn't just wrestling anymore. This was cultural phenomenon. Wrestlemania became Hogan's kingdom. He headlined 7 of the first 8 events, each time delivering moments that would be replayed for generations. The crowd didn't just cheer for Hulk Hogan, they believed in him. They were his Hulkamaniacs, and he was their immortal champion. The Pontiac Silverdome, 93,173 screaming fans packed into one venue to witness their hero. This wasn't just attendance, this was devotion. Hogan had transcended wrestling to become something unprecedented in entertainment. But Hogan's influence stretched far beyond the squared circle. Hollywood came calling, and the Hulkster answered with surprising versatility. His acting career began with a memorable role as Thunder Lips, the flamboyant wrestler who faced Rocky Balboa in Rocky III in 1982. This cameo alongside Sylvester Stallone introduced him to movie audiences and proved he could hold his own on the silver screen. The movies kept coming. Suburban Commando saw him as an alien warrior adapting to suburban life. Mr. Nanny showcased his comedic timing as a bodyguard protecting children. No Holds Barred gave fans exactly what they wanted. Hogan is an unstoppable force both in and out of the ring. Each film was a love letter to his Hulkamaniacs, bringing their hero into their living rooms in ways wrestling alone never could. Television embraced the Hulkster with open arms. Thunder in Paradise cast him as R.J. Spencer, a former Navy SEAL turned boat captain, showing his range beyond the wrestling persona. He appeared on beloved shows like Baywatch, The A-Team, Walker Texas Ranger, and even lent his voice to American Dad, proving his appeal transcended generations and genres. But perhaps most remarkably, Hogan conquered Saturday morning television. His own animated series brought the values of Hulkamania, training, prayers, and vitamins directly to children across America. The cartoon Hulk was just as inspiring as the real one, teaching kids that good always triumphs over evil. Even the music world couldn't resist the Hulkster's charm. As the frontman of the wrestling boot band, his album Hulk Rules reached number 12 on the Billboard Top Kid audio chart in 1995. The album's anthem-like songs became rallying cries for Hulkamaniacs everywhere, proving that Hogan's charisma translated to every medium he touched. Then came the 1990s, and with it, perhaps the most shocking transformation in wrestling history. The hero became the villain. Hollywood Hogan emerged, leading the New World Order. In World Championship Wrestling, the man who had been America's champion was now its antagonist. Spray painting NWO across everything fans held sacred. This wasn't betrayal. This was genius. Hogan proved that true stars don't just play one character. They reinvent themselves when the story demands it. As Hollywood Hogan, he was just as captivating as the villain, as he had been as the hero. 6 WWE Championships, 6 WCW World Heavyweight Championships, 12 world titles in total, but numbers don't tell the whole story. Each championship represented something greater, moments when time stood still, when crowds held their breath, when the impossible became inevitable. His first match in Japan came in May 1980 for New Japan Pro Wrestling, proving that Hulkamania wasn't just an American phenomenon, it was global. From Tokyo to London, from New York to Los Angeles, the yellow and red was universally recognized. Asterisk behind the persona of the immortal Hulkster was Terry Bollea, a devoted family man. In 1983, he married Linda Claridge, and together they built what seemed like the perfect American family. Their daughter Brooke Ellen was born on May 5, 1988 in Tampa, Florida, followed by their son Nick. For over 2 decades, the Bollea family represented the American dream, successful, loving, and united. The family's private life became public entertainment with the VH1 reality series Hogan Knows Best, which premiered in 2005. For 4 seasons, millions of viewers watched the wrestling legend navigate the challenges of being a father to 2 teenagers while maintaining his larger-than-life public persona. The show revealed a different side of Hogan, not just the invincible wrestler, but a protective father dealing with his daughter's music career and his son's racing ambitions. Brooke showed early promise as an entertainer, taking dance classes, voice lessons, piano lessons, and gymnastics throughout high school. She pursued a music career, releasing several albums and singles. With her father's unwavering support, Nick, meanwhile, developed a passion for racing and cars, pursuits that would later bring both triumph and tragedy to the family. But real life isn't scripted like wrestling matches. The fairy tale family faced real challenges when Nick was involved in a serious car accident in 2007 that left his passenger, John Graziano, with permanent brain damage. The incident marked the beginning of strain within the Hogan family as legal battles, guilt, and public scrutiny took their toll. Asterisk, the pressure eventually led to the end of Terry and Linda's 24-year marriage in 2009. The divorce was highly publicized and painful, with both sides making accusations that played out in the media. The family that had once embodied perfection was now a cautionary tale about the price of fame. In 2010, Hogan found love again with Jennifer McDaniel, whom he married. But even this new chapter couldn't heal all the family wounds. Relations between Hogan and his children, particularly his daughter Brooke, became increasingly strained over the years. The rift with Brooke deepened significantly, especially after she married Steve Oleski and started her own family. In March 2025, just months before her father's death, Brooke welcomed twins, Oliver and Molly, making Hogan a grandfather for the first time. Poignantly, she gave one of the twins the middle name Hulk as a tribute to her father, despite their estrangement. Asterisk. Tragically, sources close to the family revealed that Hogan died with a broken heart, desperately trying to heal the rift with his daughter. The man who had conquered every opponent in the ring couldn't overcome the greatest challenge of all, mending a fractured relationship with his own child. Brooke had gone largely no contact with both her parents in the years leading up to her father's death, seeking peace away from the family drama that had defined much of her adult life. But behind the larger-than-life persona was a man who paid a tremendous physical price for his art. 25 surgeries, 25 operations to repair the damage that decades in the ring had inflicted on his body. The toll of being superhuman in a very human body. Wrestling from 1977 to 2012, 35 years of giving everything to the fans who loved him. Every match, every appearance, every moment was a gift to the people who chanted his name and flexed their arms. Pretending they'd had 24-inch PYTHONS dot in his final years, Hogan found peace and faith. He declared his complete dedication to Jesus Christ, finding in spirituality what wrestling had given him for decades: purpose, meaning, and hope. The WWE Hall of Fame welcomed him not once, but twice, a testament to his dual legacy as both the immortal Hulk Hogan and the revolutionary Hollywood Hogan. Few performers in any medium can claim to have been equally successful as both hero and villain. July 24, 2025, the final bell rang for TERRY GENE BOLLEA. His wife, Sky Daily Hogan, shared a heartfelt tribute to the man who had been the world's champion but was, first and foremost, her husband. WWE dedicated a special episode of Friday Night SmackDown to honor the man who had given them so much. The Hulk's legacy isn't measured in championships, though he had plenty. It isn't counted in Wrestlemania main events, though he dominated them. It isn't even calculated in the millions of HULKAMANIACs who worshipped him. Though their devotion was absolute, Hulk Hogan's true legacy lies in transformation. He transformed professional wrestling from territorial curiosity to global entertainment empire. He transformed himself from TERRY Bollea to an immortal icon. Most importantly, he transformed everyone who watched him into believers. Believers that good could triumph over evil. That training hard and saying your prayers can overcome any obstacle. And that sometimes, if you believe hard enough, superheroes can be real. The pythons may no longer flex. The entrance music may have played its final note. The yellow and red may have been folded away. But Hulkamania, true Hulkamania, is immortal. And that's the truth, brother. Watcha gonna do when the memories of Hulkamania live forever in you. Rest in peace, Hulkster. Thank you for showing us all what it means to be larger than life.